this is something I've been wanting to see. You can see there, look at the flow of the water. Now, this is quite amazing. We've got a great big barge there going up the other side of the river, going up through the... You can see the buoyage system as it's going up, the reds and the greens. But look how this boat now, the speed. Now he must be pushing against, I don't know, something like 10 knots of water. And yeah, it's going slow against it, but he's fighting it really well. When you see him come down, the speed of him, like absolutely crazy speeds on the way down. This is what I wanted to see, actually pushing against that torrent of water. Remember where we're looking at this from isn't the total width of the Rhine, because it's broken into many different little bits of tributaries, and it's like a big basin, and there's all little canals breaking up from it. There's mud swamps, well, swamps, yeah, I'm going to call them. That boat must have some serious engines in there. I'd hate to think what would happen if it stopped. Or should I say the engine stopped. Quick little video here. Give it a bit of scenery. And of course we've got plenty of bells ringing and all the rest of it. Still, you hear of the, I guess is what they call the old town. Mediz, I don't know. The bells are tolling. Well, welcome back on a lovely sunny day again. There we go. Right, this is beautiful actually. I've got out of all the urban sprawl and all the industrial areas. And believe it or not, this is the Rhine Gorge. Now, over there is a road. You can just see the cars going down there. There's also a railway track between us and the cars. And then somewhere way down the bottom of that lot, all that water from the Rhine, you can't even hear it. It's that low down. Somewhere down there is the river. Disappeared into the bottom of this gorge, and I'm just... as you can see, look at the size. I don't know if I can get some kind of scale. There's Nellie's wheels, there's Nellie. And there's a track. It's a single track road just for cyclists. What a fantastic thing. I was so bothered about being all the urban areas I've been in recently and all the industrial areas. I was really worried that this was going to kind of be spoilt. And you know, it's quiet, even though there's a railway track and cars. Surprisingly quiet. And hopefully I'm going to enjoy the rest. That's the first person I've seen all day. Yeah, there's a first time this gorge is opened out so I can actually see some of it. The river's been miles down below me. Well, it hasn't. It's not been that far away from me. It's so dense as this side of the river. It's the first time it's opened up and I've been able to see what's been going on. But just looking at the other side there, people have been advising me both ways on about going one side or the other. And you know what, when you look at that, I made another blunder. Anyway, my side, I've got the track going just on, straight on for miles and miles and miles. And yeah, there was people did say it was more beautiful that side. But anyway, I may have made yet another blunder in my long length of one thing and another. But yeah, it's all opening up and looking very nice. Well, it is a bit windy when it does open up, but this is the track I've just come along, and I'm just looking back on the slope now, and you can see that little village in the background. That's what bit where I'm from. What a lovely change to all that urban sprawl for all the miles, eh? Yeah, can you see in this shot the... Sorry, I can't get to your brakes. I'm dealing with everything at the same time here. But can you see this boat now struggling like mad to try and get up against that current? He must have everything on to get up there, look. You know, that's one thing I haven't had a chance to... you know, I've been wanting to have a trip on a boat. And I've not had a chance all the time I've been here now. I've never got on one. I'm determined that before this trip's over, I'm going to get on one of them and I'm going to have a good old blast on the river. But look at it. You know, the power of these things to fight against that. I mean, just look at the flow of water. Absolutely. Do you know, this is actually the epitomisation of what you imagine the Rhine Valley to be about, innit? Just to look at it all. Now then, what about that for your own private little pad, eh? That's very nice, isn't it? Only problem is, you're looking down on a railway, a river and a road. Anyway, I'm having to bend right over backwards to get that shot. Catch you later. Remember all them barges many, many miles away that we saw going up the Rhine and up all the various canals attached to the Rhine and breaking off from the Rhine. I'm just watching one of these barges going up here now, fighting against that current. Up this stretch of with the Rhine Gorge. And you see how fast the flow of water is. If you look at the bow of that boat, and if I just hold that camera for just a little while, it's only just to say, maybe walking speed. She's no doubt got all engines running full ahead to try and punch its way through there. Can you see the bus as well? Just in going past on the other. So on both sides we've got railways on both sides, railway tracks on both sides. We've got roads on both sides, and the river runs through the middle, obviously. But going back to the scenery now, the church just round there. I don't know quite know what that's about, but and then I'll just pan round again, just try and act like a bit of a gimbal, eh? And there we go. As you can see here, we've got ourselves a little traffic jam. We've got boats going in all directions. And that lovely little village in the background. Yet another one coming up. One's going down. Somewhere in between all that lot, there's a ferry. It's a wonder they don't have one of these bumps of daisies on here, isn't it? Need some traffic lights. Every so often you just get a little break looking up right up in the sky virtually. And you see another little castle. I've got to explain all these. There's loads of them. These and pillboxes. This little valley littered with them. I'm sorry we're firing right into the sun. Now, I had a beautiful shot of this early in the morning. But this is Castles of Castles. That one has got to be the biggest the ultimate castle going. Now if you just pan round, if I just pan round, then you can see the everything is now becoming flatter and flatter and easier and easier again. We're coming out the gorge and then in further down the Rhine. Yeah, just a little video. Just I'm now just, like I say, coming out of the Rhine gorge, and you can see now it is going back to flat land. And you know, in complete contrast to what I've had on the end, well, coming up to the cities. I'll zoom in a little bit on there. Yeah, nice little boat going past that little tower. Well, obviously a church tower, I presume. Yeah, complete contrast to what I've been used to, because we've come into every single city, big city, and it's been industrial areas and urban areas for miles. And we seem to be coming into this one without any kind of industrial areas, not even that urban. And it's only 4 kilometres away, so you'd have expected by now to be in the depth of the urban and industrial heartland of the Rhine, but no, we're not. Yeah, well, I'm just going to give you a little look inside the ionosphere. Obviously we've got the tarp over the top, so that's why you can see the see through onto the top. It's the inside tent is actually just a simple mosquito net. There only really is the fly sheet that keeps the water out. To give you an idea, this is an extremely small tent, and with hindsight, yeah, it would have gone bigger, I think, considering the amount of work it's and the time it's going up and down, up and down, up and down. We've just a bit more room. I don't know if you can see just in that side there where it's ripped, and the fly sheets come away from the bathtub floor, basically. Following it round, loads of ventilation inside it, although it still suffers from condensation quite badly. And yeah, it's risen. There's 2 lots of holes to mount your poles on, and I'll tell you what, I got a side wang. Alright, yeah, there's two holes you can mount things on, your actual poles on, and they aren't as what most people will have you believe. So you could double pole in bad weather. No, they're not for that. It basically, the ice for the 2 poles are there. So basically you can higher and lower it, so when we've got a really hot night, we can get the whole tent higher, so we've got more ventilation on the side lips. If it was in more windy weather, we'd want it close to the ground, so we'd go for the other set of eyelets to lower it down, so it's not the poles that are holding it up aren't stressed as much, and they go lower to the ground. The whole thing goes lower to the ground, and that's what they're really there for. It's not some wild idea that you can put 2. Yeah, you could put 2 lots of poles in there. The other thing would be why. But anyway, never mind. You wouldn't want to be out in weather that would need 2 lots of poles, would you?